Are you a woodpecker or a turtle? You say, what are you talking about, Currie? Well, here's the deal. As I've watched couples over the many, many decades, I've been counseling them and teaching them all about marriage, I see something happening. There is the standard woodpecker who basically wants to get things solved, wants to get the issues, wants to get to the point right now, resolve it now, do it quick, and continues to persist. Sometimes nag, but there's a sense to which they want to get to the issues.
Very rarely nag.
Why? Because
I'm the woodpecker.
Okay. Then there's the turtle. The turtle's more, they're going to think first. They don't speak first. They think first. They're going to withdraw a little bit. They're going to sort it out. And if the environment is safe enough, they'll come out and communicate. But if it's not safe, they're not going to communicate. They're going to pull away. And it's interesting because I, too, am a woodpecker. And I married a delightful sweetheart of a little turtle. And what about you? Who'd you marry?
I married a big hunkin' turtle.
A big hunkin' turtle.
Yeah.
A ninja turtle or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's wonderful because as you understand these two dynamics in a relationship, and whether it's husband, wife, mother, father, with their kids, all these things come together to play on how the interaction goes. And the styles are very consistent. What kind of person are you? The turtle, you the woodpecker? John, let's go with you.
Sure.
John, are you a woodpecker or a turtle?
Well, first, I think it's a fascinating dichotomy, and I think it's so accurate. I can see it all through people that I work with and counsel, and I'm sidestepping the whole question.
I said,
you
you're
want self-disclosure?
stalling,
Is that what you're
John.
wanting? Is it? I think, looking back, in all honesty,
You're still not saying it.
I would definitely say that I was the woodpecker, and I always was the one that if there was a conflict between my wife and I
see.
She would tend to pull it in and just go and it's done and over with, not even want to talk about it. And I would always go and want to talk to her about it. And over the years, I would say
Okay, you're
we've
not going to
changed.
convince me that you're a turtle.
No,
But I would say she's become more of it's like, the good in most marriages is that you become a bit like the person you marry.
Well, true.
And so I think in some ways she has started pursuing issues more and talking about it, and I learned to just kind of lay off and let things sit.
Healthiness in marriage is when the woodpecker's beak gets a little duller and the turtle risks their head out a little more.
That's exactly
that's really
right.
what it's about, right? I mean, because you see different sides of Mark. I see different sides of Donalyn. Donalyn risks just like your wife would risk a little more, and the turtle tendency is not to risk. But there's still those styles, right? Those
Okay,
styles.
so let's
Definitely.
help the woodpecker's beak get cut off a little bit and the turtle shell get a little stronger. Okay, what can us woodpeckers and former woodpeckers do for the turtles? Like, what do we need to do to get them out of their shell? What's going to make them feel safe?
Well, I think first of all, knowing your partner's strengths and being able to verbalize them and help them is a perfect environment for any turtle to start coming out of the shell. You don't want to come out of the shell if you think you're in the middle of the road, and as soon as you come out, you're going to get run over.
Exactly.
And it's not. A lot of people, we were talking earlier about criticism and taking some things as criticism that are not criticism, but to be honest, too many people are critical and just don't do enough emphasizing the strengths, what you do that you bring to my life. So
I'll share one of the things I do to help
Okay.
Mark feel like it's safe. Because actually, I asked him, I said, what do I need to do to make it more safe, for you to come out? And one of the things I do is whenever we're talking about things, I always picture the future for him. Like, I always let him know before we talk about anything, you are the man I love. You are who I want to grow old with. You are who I want to give my heart to. And then we start talking about something.
So the context is there.
It's clear right from the get-go.
What's going to help a turtle come out of their shell a little more is, first of all, you got to let them go at their pace. If I push, it's like the woodpecker hammering on the side of the shell. It's like, get out of here, I want to talk to you. Get it out, And heck, I'm going to come out and talk to you right now, right? So the context has to be safe. And the more I cherish my spouse, seek to know them, be patient with them, the more they'll say, you know what, I'm going to come out, I'm going to trust you.
Yeah, that timing
And when they
is
do trust,
important.
it's really important when they do trust that we get to the point that they feel, you know what, it was worth coming out. It was worth coming out.
That's right.
Now let's turn it around.
I
though.
was just going to say,
Go
we got to
for it.
turn the tables. Okay, so what do turtles need? What do our spouses need to be doing for us? What have your wives
what you talked
done?
about, what you talked about doing for your husband, my wife is so good at making me feel like I'm a great man. I mean, she can talk about me, and this has been true all through our marriage. I can remember sitting down with friends, and she would start bragging to couples that we were out with about like what John did for me, and
Wow.
I didn't know it was that big of a deal. Like one time every time I went away, I just started writing a log of what I thought about her and what I cherish about her and like about her, and then I put it all together in one big, package and gave her, and it was all dated, and she saw all these times that we were apart of ways that I'd missed her and thought about her,
Wow.
and it was coming up on Valentine's Day, so I put it in my Valentine's gift. So she's like bragging about it to these couples, and I see the wise, the husbands, they must have hated me.
And your chest is getting bigger
Yes.
and bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
For her to do that, I could have done that, it would have just gone unnoticed, or it just would have been a little remark.
Yeah.
But her ability to make me feel, I don't know,
Valued.
valued
Respected.
and that it's really meaningful to her
Yeah.
what I did.
Yeah.
I think that's really good. I know a lot of men that really appreciate that their wife lets them know how meaningful it is, their gestures of love.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's good. And the other side, the respect side, there with the woodpecker, whether it's you or me, John. The point is, if the spouse will let us express ourselves, realize it's not an attack. That's kind of our personality, because we just kind of want to go there.
Yes.
So be patient with me as I'm trying to learn to go slow and not be critical. You know what? You're going to find out if you're a woodpecker and turtle the quickest by going to our website, marriageuncensored.com, and take the quiz. Matter of fact, talk about it at coffee. Talk about your spouse at supper here. I think you're a turtle, okay? I'm looking forward to sharing the bottom line right after this.